Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 4 of Sounds of Her Love. Truth be told, I may have pre-jacked here, jumped the gun, if you will, because I purchased the DLC for this game since it was on sale until Memorial Day, and I was like, man, I'm just enjoying this game so much, and if the voice acting is consistent and the story and the artwork is, I think I'll enjoy that. So you have that to look forward to whenever this playthrough ends, so our hearts won't be empty until that point, is what I'm trying to say. Oh fuck. Wrong time. Let me load the game instead. Are you sure you want to? Oh fuck. Oh man, this is not good. Yes. Sorry. Let's try that again. I did it again. Okay. No. Menu. Take me to the menu. Okay, menu. Yes. I get so flustered when I'm on camera. Load. File 3. There we go. That's how you start part 4 on the right note. No mess ups whatsoever. Okay, let's get into this. The lunch bell stops ringing just as I make my way out of the classroom. Our teacher lets us out early. I'm pretty sure she's as enthusiastic about the lessons as we are. I move through the corridor and unsurprisingly find someone waiting for me.
Hello.
Oh, Carrie. Hey, Carrie. Shall we get going to the cafeteria then?
Can we stop by the library first? I need to return a book.
Oh, certainly, Carrie. She wants to go to the library? I'm not against it. I wasn't really that hungry anyway. Yeah, sure. Speaking of books, I started reading that book you gave me. I've really been liking it so far.
That's good.
Carrie smiles and turns her head in my direction.
Would you like to go to the library with me?
She sounds anxious, even more than normal. I thought we were already going to the library.
Not this one. The one in the city.
She wants to go to the city with me? Sure. I can't keep myself from stuttering. Moments ago, Carrie had just invited me out to the city. That's quite a direct thing to do, to be asking someone she's only been friends with for mere days. Carrie holds a deep blush on her cheeks, and I, too, can't keep myself from getting a bit tense.
Thank you.
We walk down the corridor in unison, only our footsteps audible as we keep a state of silence between us. And that brings me to the sponsor. No. I don't think you're supposed to be like, hey, this is sponsored by Audible, when it's in fact not. I think they don't like that. Would be epic, though, if I could get a sponsorship. Fund my hentai addiction. Stepping through the door of my house, I am greeted by a sense of warmth, both in a physical and metaphorical sense. Adam Sandler the heater is turned up pretty high, but my mother had seen me entering and greets me. How was school, son? It was good, I guess. It wasn't just good. I know for a fact that it was good. I practically bagged a date with Carrie in a sense, though I don't think she sees it that way. I've only known her for 2 days, so there's no point in getting giddy about it. That's great to hear. My mother wanders off and continues up the stairs to carry on with whatever it is she's doing. I take off my shoes and stroll into the lounge with a slump. One thing about school is that it sure is pretty tiring. Ahead of me sits my father, lying back in his chair, reading a book. He lifts his head and peers towards me, giving me a prodigious grin. Never seen that word, actually. Hello, my boy. Seems like you've had a pleasant day at school, am I right? That smile on your face tells me everything, you know. He knows. No doubt he spotted my upbeat aura. It's not as if I was trying to hide it. You could say I had a nice day. Tell me then, son. I need to know. He sets his book down on the floor beside him and sits forward to engage himself in our conversation. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just going somewhere with a friend on the weekend. I say the weekend, but Carrie never gave me a date as to when she wanted to go. I'll just have to ask her. A friend? What sort of friend? Is it a girl? Straight on to the girls as always. I can't say that I've never considered the topic before. Carrie, of course, is a girl. A rather nice one, too. Though I don't know whether telling my father would be the most ingenious of ideas. He'll just keep asking questions until he gets to see her. That's what I would expect him to do anyway. Well, this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, am I right? Am I right, trap lovers? It's actually my username, traplover45. No, we'll be straight up with our pops here. I feel like he's a cool fella. Oh, it's a girl. A girl? Well, congratulations, my boy. I was waiting for the day you would start dating girls. It's not a date, it's just a day out. I'm not really sure what it is. She told me that she wants me to go to the library with her, but surely she must be playing something more than that. It still counts, boy. I hope you make the most of it. His words only partially make it into my head. He's always been like this. I take another look at him and realize he's reading a book. He is a publisher after all, so I guess it's his job to check over the things presented to him. The print on the book's cover looks familiar. I notice the author's name and realize what the connection is. That's the same author as... The same as what, boy? The book Carrie gave to me. Going by the condition of the book she gave me, she must really like his work. That girl I'm meeting with on the weekend, she, really likes the author's work. I don't really know the best way to put it, and I don't think telling my father will really achieve anything. I should have kept it to myself. Why didn't you tell me, son? I'm good friends with this guy. He always makes me read his books before I sell them. I don't even like romance. Carrie does, though. Maybe getting her a copy might be a good idea. She gave me a gift after all. Even if I only lent it, I may as well return the favor. Would it be okay if I lent a copy? Lend one? Just take the whole pile. He gave me too many copies of the damn thing. Instead, I only take one from the top of the pile. My father always has a way to make things absurd. Good thinking, boy. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. It's always best to get on their good side. For once I agree with him. Giving her a gift wouldn't be a bad idea, no matter the reason behind it. Alright, thanks, Dad. Don't thank me. Thank the guy who thinks it's funny to deliver me a ton of books every 2 months. With that, I leave the room and head towards the stairs. Reflecting on what just happened, it was a pretty lucky thing to be able to get this book for Carrie. The chances of it happening were pretty slim, but my father being a publisher definitely helps in a way. I wonder if his company published the book Carrie gave me. I never actually checked. I make my way to the room. I make my way to my room, planning to give Carrie a call once inside. We really need to make arrangements for our trip. I'm going to take this opportunity to hydrate. If you haven't had a drink in a while, I advise all of you guys to just go get some water real quick. You can pause the video. That's fine. All right, now that you're hydrated, let's get back into things. Nothing's changed. It's still in the same messy state that it always has been in. I'm in my bedroom once again, and shortly I'll be on the phone with Carrie for the second time this week. Just like everything else, my phone is where I left it. I pick it up and find Carrie in my contacts list and proceed with the call. The phone rings as I idly wait for her to pick up.
Hello?
Carrie answers the phone as I expect her to. It would be weird if someone else did. I need to get straight to the point. We didn't come to an agreement as to when and where we're going to meet for our trip. All I know is that we're going to the library. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I start with conversing with her. Speaking to her is something I enjoy doing, so when given a chance to embrace the opportunity, I'll certainly take it.
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good too. Especially since I get to speak to her. About our trip, we never made any plans, did we?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, really. Any particular day you were planning to go ongoing? I realized that I could have just asked her tomorrow. Maybe I just want to hear her voice for one more time today. It's a beautiful melody.
What about Saturday? Is that fine with you?
Yeah, Saturday's good. What time should we meet?
Could you meet me where we met on the way to school at 10 a.m.?
Certainly. That's settled then. Carrie and I will meet this Saturday. Our Saturdays are entirely free. We follow the British curriculum after all. Which is good since we get to do things like this.
I'll lead you there. You just moved here, didn't you?
I did. Thanks, Carrie. I appreciate it. I would have followed her anyway. It was her idea to go. Plus, it's Carrie. Why wouldn't I? Some muffled calls of Carrie's names are audible in the background as Carrie remains in silence. She must still be a bit flustered after I thanked her.
Sorry, I need to go to dinner. I don't think I'll be able to call you back.
I hear her whimper through the end of the line. I guess she's upset as I am having to end this call early and abruptly. Don't worry, Carrie. We'll be meeting on the way to school tomorrow, yes?
That's right. I'll see you then.
Bye, Carrie.
Bye.
God, I love her. The line goes silent as Carrie hangs up. With that done, I guess I'll have to find something to do. Markapi, dinner is ready. There we go. I need to go to dinner too. Both my parents sit at the dinner table, but it seems as if my sister hasn't made her way down yet.
That girl sure is busy. Doesn't she have any respect? It's dinner time. A wonderful family bonding session.
Bondage session. Leave her alone. She's busy with schoolwork. Don't you want her to do well in her studies?
I do, yes. You're right, darling.
The pair chow down on their sausages and mashed potatoes. I guess my mother cooked some traditional English food today. Markapi, I heard you were having a good time on the phone. Who are you speaking to?
It was probably that girl he was talking about earlier. Ain't that right, son?
You were eavesdropping on me? I just heard a few things, that's all.
Well, whatever you were saying, I'm glad you've managed to make it to dinner this time.
Because it's a wonderful family bonding session.
That's right, boy. I'm glad you finally learnt it, unlike someone in this household.
She's doing schoolwork.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
How this guy manages to run a company, I will never know. I continue to eat my food as my parents start discussing topics which aren't of any interest to me. My sister eventually makes her way downstairs and sits beside me at the dinner table. Bangers and mash, again. I figured if we were British, I would give the sister a little cheeky accent.
What's wrong with traditional English food? I didn't travel there just for the women, you know.
My mother laughs at my father's statement. Oh, why can't we have curry? We have curry as often as we have this. I finish up the last of my meal and stand up in order to put my plate in the sink. With that done, I guess I have the rest of the day to do whatever I like. After I finish my homework anyway. I head towards the stairs again to retreat back up to my room. Before I make it, my sister calls out to me. Oi, Markapi, can you help me with some questions later? I don't really want to. Sure thing. I don't know how long she's going to have that accent for, fellas. Rays of light and the sounds of chirping of birds enter my room as I pull back my curtain. Outside, the weather isn't anything short of what I asked for. A beautiful day, something which I can surely enjoy. It's still fairly early, according to my brand new alarm clock sitting at the side of my desk. Getting up at this time would usually give me a sour feeling. However, today, I have something to motivate me. The thought of Carrie's silky braids caressing her beautiful rose-tinted cheeks as she waits for me, basking in the sunlight, is wonderful. Lately, she's had an alluring aura which I can't find myself resisting. I'll be meeting her at 10, but I need to have some time to get ready and spruce myself up. She told me to give her the book today rather than at school. It's been a few days since I mentioned it. I assumed she would have wanted it as early as possible. Perhaps she just wanted 2 things to look forward to. No matter the reason behind it, my fingers tighten around it as I stare down at its cover. She may be excited to receive it, but I'm just as excited to give it to her. Nice. Footsteps echo out from behind me as the door to my room opens. I turn around to find my mother standing in the doorway. You're up early. Is there something special going on today? Yeah, I'm meeting someone in town. Didn't Dad tell you? No, not that I can remember. If I did, then I didn't pay attention. You know how he gets. I would have thought she would have been pretty interested to hear the details. Anyway, I've just about finished breakfast. You can tell me more about it then. Oh, and wake your sister up too. I just went in there, but she probably went straight back to sleep. It's a Saturday. Can't you just let her sleep in? Most other school kids in Japan would kill to have Saturday mornings free. We're just lucky since we go to a school which follows the curriculum of another country. Alright. I oblige anyway, just to get my mother out of my room. It'll still take me a few minutes to get ready. Even though it's only 8 o'clock, I still want to be set to get straight out of that door to see Carrie as soon as possible. After doing up my shoelaces, I walk out into the hall and give a knock on my sister's bedroom. Get up. Fine. The sound of bed sheets being tossed about, along with moans of agony and despair, crept through the crack beside my feet. She really isn't a morning person. At least she's out of bed now. I head back down towards the end of the corridors and approach the descent to the ground floor. Time to have breakfast, something I rarely do on a Saturday. As I take a sip of Wawa. Toast. That's what I smell when sitting down at the dining table. I'm dumb. Ready to tuck in. It's not the most eloquent of dishes. The concept of cooked bread is quite plain. You cannot compare it to a fulfilling traditional English breakfast, but a slice of toast is certainly fine every now and then. My sister soon joins me, scraping the chair across the hardwood floor next to me. She apathetically examines the toast before her, putting it in her mouth soon after, a move which bars her from joining the typical morning commotion. So, Markapi, who are you meeting then?
It's that girl you were on about, isn't it? You should really bring her home one of these days. Hell, I don't even know her name.
Her name is Caradwin. So I see. My father goes back to eating his toast. However, my mother continues to converse with me. I'm glad you're making more friends, Markapi. As if she couldn't make me sound like any more of a loner.
Oh yeah, son. Did you remember to pack that book I gave you?
Of course I did.
That's my boy.
A quick glance at the clock on the wall tells me it's approaching 9:45. I ought to set off. I don't have to leave this early since it's only a short walk away from my house. However, getting to see Carrie for just a little bit longer will probably do me some good. I bet she'll be there early too. I wave goodbye to my parents, both of whom continue to eat their breakfast and discuss trivial topics which don't necessarily concern me. A cold breeze meets my face as I open the door and step out into the world. Well, fellas, I hate to do this to you. I hate to do this to myself as well because I want to keep playing. I'm calling it there. That is the end of part 4. We will go on our date in the next episode, which will be extra special because we waited for it. And if you wait for something, it makes that sweet, sweet time when you actually get it that much more special. So, thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, help me find a girlfriend. And bye-bye.